So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is going to be Shadows of the Empire Elite. You can also use this for Pro. If you're struggling with Pro level, you can use my character to clear Pro, wait 4 hours, and then use my character again to clear Elite. Just make sure you delete me in between if you're adding through normal means. And I'll show you guys the character that I'm taking really quickly. So obviously I'm going to depart without a companion because you guys would be taking me. But this is the character right here. I don't want to swap. The character is built around having as much fire resistance as possible. The max you can get on Noctis while still obtaining 100% dodge and giving you status immunity is 145%. That's more than enough. 5% fire damage from the Fire Dragon boss is not going to do that much fire damage. So as you can see, we have Freevia's Needle. It gives us an ice element to our auto attack, so we can use Warp Break and still deal ice damage to trigger the Fire Dragon, which it's weak to as well. And then we have our standard 100% evasion with the rings, quick assaults, and our discernment. The cool thing about this is it uses an exclusive unit's equipment, which is Crimson Slayer. It's only available from Zahn. Sorry, not Zahn, from Yun, who was the Chinese New Year exclusive unit that we got. So, in addition to bringing Noctis, I am going to go ahead and throw in my Zahn to show you guys what you'll do to use this character when you bring your own hide unit and my Noctis. 2 Rings of the Lucite, the evasion stacks, so it gives you 50% evasion from the 2 rings. Slash Reality, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Cult of Right Hand Man. I hope you enjoy the stream. So let's go ahead and start this, guys. It doesn't take that long, so we'll have some pretty we'll have some pretty easy clears. So my suggestion obviously is to pick up all the chests in each one. Though if you want to wait, you can actually pick up all the chests at the end. You can run Elite once and get every single chest from every single one. You don't have to worry about doing it every single clear. But that's just my take. That's what I do. I don't know if you guys knew that's how this worked. So on any other fight, this is very easy. On Zahn, you just go over here and click Lie Low, and he removes himself from the battle. And then you just... Alright. So let's go ahead and do this. We're about to go into the Antinola part-like fight. He has a different name, which is odd. But either way, this is where things get hairy. You want to make sure you brought 5 elixirs at the beginning of this. And I'm going to show you guys how you can easily clear this with no chance of death. Because I did this about 3 or 4 times by myself to make sure that this build worked. And you guys will see how this goes. So you have 4 different parts. You have Rhododendro Bud A. And then you have part B, C, and D. Now, they did nerf this from Antinola. The heals onto part A when it's brought below 50% are less than they were previously. So, if you want to be cool and you saved your limit break from the previous fights, this is actually what I suggest you do. The safe way is to take out the part B and then take down part A. The faster and still safe way, if you want to do it, is to just take out part A. So we just go straight in, Warp Break on part A, and we are going to take it down, and you guys will be able to see how this works. Now, as you can see, we do take damage from part A in the form of pollen, and we just need to make sure that we get enough auto attacks from the other 3 parts to get us back to full health. And then we're just going to constantly Warp Break it as long as we are close to full health until it gets to the halfway point. Alright. So that's the goal. You just hit repeat, get it down. It takes about 4 different warp breaks. And once you get 4 different warp breaks onto it, it will be at half health. Now, in this situation, what you need to do is do point warp. This is too low of health. You could use an elixir, but it is just simply easier to use point warp. We will repeat on Zahn and lie low, and then we will just repeat on Zahn again to lie low again. And now we are back into doing what we need to do. So we will go back in, warp break one more time. And after this final warp break, and we hit close to the 50% mark, which is what we're at now, what you want to do is use the limit break. The limit break does an amazing amount of damage, but you obviously can't use the limit break if you're at low health. Now, this is a situation where you do not, absolutely do not want to use point warp. We are at such low health that even with point warp, we will not end up with enough HP. So we go ahead and use an elixir and then repeat lie low on Zahn. This doesn't skip a turn and gives us time to be able to get our limit break off. You guys really need to pay attention to that. It is very important. So we're going to go ahead, use the limit break, start taking down the Rhododendro Bud Part A. Now, after he goes down below 30%, you can see Healing Earth heals him for 20,000 every turn now that he's below that part. But luckily for us, it is not that hard with the buff from Armiger to take him down the rest of the way. But yeah, so we still have full health. That's fine. We just make sure we target the right one, hit warp break, and repeat again. 1 or 2 more should be enough to finish off the Rhododendro Bud A part. And then we will be done, basically, with this fight, because all the rest of the parts then go into Rampage mode. Right here, running rampant. As you can see, they only do physical attacks, so it is now impossible to die. So just target one, and you should easily get enough MP counters that I actually suggest you go ahead and make a macro that will auto hit the repeat button for you, and you can just lay back, and the repeat button will make sure lie low on Zahn or your hide unit is constantly cast whenever it's available, and Noctis will just constantly warp break. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the for this fight. It is very, very simple. Just make sure that you use your lie low on Zahn, and then just pick warp break, and now you can yet again put it on repeat. As you guys can see, with Flame Ball and the other attack after the next turn, my Noctis will only take about 200 damage, 100 and 106. So it will literally take 50 turns to die if you are doing this right. And if you run out of mana, just go ahead and switch to auto attacks. Point warping to regain mana during this fight will slow the fight down, simply because the Flame Dragon will heal himself. So what you want to do is make sure you just auto attack and let your mana build back up from Ring of the Luci counters. Okay? And this is all there is to it. And you guys will be able to see the end of the fight for the limit break kill. My Noctis does have a fully leveled limit break, so it is fairly easy. Anyway, also for those new people, all you people following, there is this awesome way if you want to use my units. You can go to follow me here on Twitch. Go to the page I just linked in chat, and that will allow you to send me a message with your Twitch name, and I will add you as a Facebook friend. So we have a couple new followers, AU Dragon 63 and Cayman Race. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Cult of Right Hand Man. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Dingus, I will be opening up some friend slots somewhat soon. The problem is I don't want to spend forever doing that during stream. So yeah. My mom will be mad if she sees this Confinity. Serial Nuker, I don't play Japan, but maybe some people here do. I'm using regular bulbs at the moment, Promethexian. Fairly soon, I will have access to nicer bulbs. So as you guys can see, I'm bringing Flame Dragon fairly low, but now he is low enough that my fully leveled Limit Burst can and will kill him for you. So we will just go ahead, use Armiger, and when that overkill happens, like we did just there, you have your end and you get all the achievements.